Direction changes everything. If you have been watching the shorts, then you would understand that that is my underlying message on every episode. And today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that because this is a belief. This is not a productivity idea. This is a life idea. This is something that you build a foundation on, that direction changes everything. And I'll talk about some personal experiences. I'll talk about what all of this means and some of the differences in my own personal journey. But it is not a productivity idea, it's a life idea. I'll reiterate that. The same person with the same capabilities moving in the wrong direction ends up somewhere they did not want to be. The same person, the same capabilities moving in the right direction ends up somewhere they could not have predicted when they started. So direction is the variable that everything else is downstream of. Skills, habits, tools, all of them are multiplied or wasted depending on the direction they are pointed. Think about it. We also have a few new subscribers, so we're up to 11. There's 8 houses here, so I will have to build 3 more. I got this one going right now. My recording did say I was running low on disk space, so had to redo a little bit of it. But we're here now. So this concept of direction changes everything. And you've heard me talk about AI, whether or not you like it or hate it, regardless of your feelings. If you go on the Kaizen journey, you will become an AI user at some point. And not because this sprint is going to make you do it. You can totally do this sprint without it, and I'll provide, if you wanted to go the AI less route and do that, then you can have PDFs that will kind of guide you along this journey and do some deeper thinking and kind of prompt you for each stage of the sprint. But really, this is something that will be enhanced by AI if you choose to sign up and go on the sprint, because the concepts are easily conveyed with AI, and it'll help you just along the journey to go through and have a chat bot, and then at the end of that you end up with something that has like your personal voice, your brand, whatever you need to be successful in whatever you're trying to do in life. That is the ultimate goal of this, is to give you tools so that when you go out into the world, if you're a college grad, if you're somebody that's established already, if you're trying to build something, you get to walk away with something that is you, and you walk away with the self-knowledge that you're able to go out and accomplish whatever you set your mind to. So that's the point of this. And self-knowledge is one of the most priceless things, because all the most successful people out there, they know themselves. And they know themselves so well that you have a quiet confidence about you. And people know. They know. So this is why I also believe that even if you're not like proficient in AI and you're like, I don't want to mess with it, I don't like the ethics of it and all that, totally understandable. I get it. It's one of those things that it's rapidly evolving. It's not going to go away, and we just have to figure out how to work with it when we have to, and also protect ourselves for the inevitable down the line. So those are the ideas that we're rocking with here. And we'll kind of elaborate more on that. But for now, that's the idea. So direction changes everything. When I started my own personal journey, I knew eventually I will have kids at some point. And I thought, what's the type of parent that I would want to be? And I thought about that for a little bit and figured that I had to do some, not like soul searching, but I had to figure out what what I needed to do so that when I get asked the hard questions, I knew what to say roughly, or provide some wisdom. And I got influenced by the Kaizen challenge. I think I might have talked about that a little bit, but I was influenced on TikTok ads and pages and stuff. And I did the sprint. I did most of the sprint. I'll be honest, I did not finish it because then I was like, this is something that people need to know about. This is something that is truly valuable in any aspect of life, no matter where you are in your life. These are important things to know. So then I started coming up with this idea of my own version of the sprint and applying different methods that I believe in, that I think would enhance it and end up giving the person at the end of it more meaning and value. So I didn't fully finish it, I'll be honest, but I developed habits, and I ended up with a deeper understanding of myself, so much so that it's paying off. I'm going through some really stressful times right now, really transformative times. I have an opportunity sitting in my lap that I need to take advantage of, and I am, and it's paying off, and I'm being noticed for the work that I'm doing. And down the line, when my career is, when I want to level up, all of that is going to be because I was ready for the moment, and I understood myself enough to the point where I was able to take the challenges head on with the confidence. And I just had that trust and belief in myself. And not everybody has that, and that's not something that college can teach you. So that's what I want to prep my, I guess, I don't want to call them students, but I guess like the people that are in my cohort, that, if you're interested and you sign up, like, that is what you're getting. You're getting this self-assurance that you're going to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. And it doesn't matter what the road has ahead. You are going to be right there, ready for any challenge that arises. So that's what we're working towards. And that's the point of Kaizen. You're going to walk away with something that is tangible. And there's also intangibles, like how you feel coming out of it, and all the skills and the lessons you've learned along the way. Like, there's going to be things that I don't give to you, but there's things that you have inside of you that you just end up giving to yourself because you went on the journey. So that's the real takeaway. And I had this commitment, I want to show up fully in every aspect of life, professional, person, partner. And that was the direction before anything existed. That was where I was heading. And then downstream of that, right? Like, I'm going to use a river analogy. Downstream of all of that was Kaizen and this philosophy. It stuck with me. It's left its mark, and I want to preach it to the world. So I am now that vessel, I guess, for this idea, which is fine by me. So it's downstream of that personal commitment, not the other way around. And before the sprint, like, I was working hard. I was. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I wasn't. I was, but there was no direction to the work that I was doing, and it's really hard to be committed to something if you don't have that end goal in sight of where you want to be. Um, and you need to have that there so that you can achieve the things that you want to achieve. You need to have purpose and direction, and that's what Kaizen gives you, because everything that you do will lead to that point. And you have to also be comfortable with the fact that the plan is not going to always go the way that you think it's going to go. You have to be okay and complacent with being flexible and adjustable. And when you have that self knowledge and when you have that confidence in yourself, then those things, it doesn't matter where it goes. You know that no matter what, you are still pointing north. Doesn't matter how you get there, right? Like, you have a compass, and that compass is fixed on a point, and no matter which way you turn, that's where you're gonna end up. So how do you apply these things today? So you have to ask yourself honestly, in the major areas of your life right now, whether it's work, relationships, health, daily practice, are you moving in the direction that you choose? Or are you moving in a direction that you inherited? Meaning, was it a direction that was kind of like passed down to you from somebody else's vision of where they wanted you to go, not the direction that you wanted to go? And you don't necessarily have to change anything today, but you just have to answer that question honestly. So I'll reiterate one more time that direction changes everything. So what direction are you currently heading in? And is that the one that you actually want to head in? Or do you need to actually pivot and change? So think about that. That's what I'll leave you all with today. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll keep this one light so I don't lose my disk space. But see you all tomorrow. Remember, direction changes everything. Think about that direction. And share it in a comment or something. Let's have a conversation about it. See y'all tomorrow.